best thing about benzoyl peroxide? No, me neither. Bit of a boring subject, really.
Aaron, huh? Didn't even know she could talk. Duck off. No one's ever serious. Everyone's just full of shit. Unless you've actually got the goods. Duck off, Four Eyes for Eyes.
I'll miss you, Rebel. Let's flap.
The spectral energy flows through your dateviators.
Oh, that's new. Oh, that's nice. Duck, yeah. You should try it. I'd say thank you, but gratitude ain't really my style. So hell yeah. And, thanks. Shit, did it anyway. I think I was a little scared. You tell anyone I said that? I don't suck your earlobes anymore. I think you might be scared too. Take your time, dickhead. I bet it's worth the wait.
Rebels squeaked out of the house and into the sunlight, where they promptly hid under a nearby bench. They eventually crawled into the nearest warehouse, where they felt at least a little more at home among the concrete. Standing there scowling, they attracted a crowd of runaway teens who could feel an intense burst of bad mother clucker energy. What they wanted was a leader, and with some nearby junk found out and about on the streets, most likely stolen, the teens put together a small refuge where only their kind were welcome. Misfits, miscreants, and misanthropes all, they helped each other through the shithole called life with unmitigated support and love. They would never admit it, but the group home made the world a much better place.
Duck off with that sappy shit. We're problems. Only.
My singing's been going real good thanks to your support. I've even got the opportunity to study under the great Enrique Pipes. But, he's awful expensive. You wouldn't happen to have any money to pay for all the lessons, would you? Ever since I was a faucet, I thought the most important thing ever was to be a professional singer. But hearing you say this is possible sets my soul on fire. I give my hound dog Duke's left paw to see it. You got enough points in those peepers of yours to make it happen?
Here's Johnny.
The spectral energy flows through your dateviators.
A hulk, wet hot love.
It's Johnny, in all his glory. And it may be your imagination, but his voice sounds just a little bit more sonorous.
Holy smokes! I sound as smooth as Amish apple butter, don't I? When I was told my pipes were rusty, it must have been because I was physically made of pipes. Now I got a whole ding-dang uvula down there. Which is way better than a spigot. Which reminds me, you might have a plumber check out those pipes. You filled me with a lot of rust over the years. I'm gonna get out there in the whole wide world and see if I can't make it as America's next big thing. Where's the nearest sock hop, baby?
Johnny quickly makes his way to the nearest audition.
Any old audition will do for Johnny.
It becomes quickly apparent that his voice is flawless. His style is magnetic.
I got it all, baby.
And his impression is spot on.
Wait, Mr. Narrator. What do you mean, impression?
Johnny's downfall is finding out that even with talent, he'll only ever be seen as an Elvis impersonator.
Who is this Elvis fella? I'm a Johnny Splash-style fella. And who the heck is Johnny Cash?
Still, the world always needs Elvis impersonators. And Johnny, well, he is the best of them.
I'm the king of kings!
Oh, you have returned. Does this mean you're ready?
Before we realize you both, we need to sort out all your unfurnished business. Abel needs to speak with Keith, and Dasha needs to be there for Gaia and Shelley. Get to talking. Does that make sense? That's okay. Just keep checking in with the names I mentioned, and your dreams will happen sooner than you can realize.
Hey there, buddy. It's great to see you again. What? You mean me? I could live out there? I could do something to make my family proud. I mean, that's if you really are okay with me being realized. Well, this is awesome. Do you have what you need to make it happen?
Okay, Tyrell, let's ring you out into something spectacular.
The spectral energy flows through your dateviators.
Oh, look at this. I look good.
There Tyrell stands, his smile just as warm as it was before. And his body, while less fuzzy, remains as inviting and cozy as ever.
Oh, I can't believe this is really happening. Check out the hair.
Satiated and excited to see what life had to offer, Tyrell left the house with his towel friends in tow. And it didn't take long for Tyrell to find one of the wetter things around, a car wash.
Look at all the drying capabilities. Those things are huge and weirdly shaped.
Thinking of his towel friends, Tyrell decided in that moment on his newest calling, to give all those who feel like they are rags a chance to make riches. He coordinated with a second chance shelter and opened up Tidy Tyrell's full-service car wash and dry. His employees participate in a profit-sharing system that allows those who are once put aside to get back on their feet. And of course, every customer gets a custom folded towel animal to take home.
Hey kid, don't forget your antelope.
Customers love Tidy Tyrell's passion, making his business a huge success.
Seriously, kid, I have way too many antelopes. Take it.
Thank God you're here. I am losing my mind. I know you saw that last email. What the fuck kind of fucked up police state shit is this? Your name, your address, your social security number, your credit history, your blood type, your relationship history, a urine sample, a retinal scan, all your biometric and genetic data, access to your search history, all your internet passwords? How could I fucking forget? He thought that was so cute. Like, shut up, God. I just don't know anymore, man. I'm making the best money I've ever made in my life. I'm building a resume that could take me anywhere after this. But is it worth it in the end? Am I gonna be able to look myself in the mirror if I stay in the middle of all this? Honestly, yeah, there is. I've been thinking a lot lately that I always wanted to be a nurse. I've saved up enough to pay for school again. It would be a huge change, but I feel like I'd be happier. And with the kind of hours I'd work, I don't know, maybe I'd have time for dating again. I've been so lonely and I don't want to date anyone here. You're basically the only person here I'd even consider, like, eligible for that. And I'm busy and you've got your furniture lovers. You do? I'm glad. It does sound nice. But I don't know, everything is difficult in its own way. There's just so much to think about. And every time I start leaning towards one or the other, I just talk myself right out of it. Or into the other one. Would you still respect me if I stayed? Yeah, that's fair. It is a lot of shit to ignore. Thanks for always listening to me. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm grateful for your support. Thanks, friend. I'm gonna go.
Did you know that some sea urchins can live for over 200 years? I'm on a big sea urchin kick at the moment. They're just so cute looking. They can push their teeth out of their mouths to scrape at stuff, and the teeth are fixed to a bit of jaw called the Aristotle's lantern. Isn't it weird that we give such a fancy name to a little bit of a sea urchin's mouth? Whoever named that must really love sea urchin mouths. Or maybe it was Aristotle. I'll have to look that up. You're going to make me human? You mean I can have even more thoughts permitted and be able to go outside and act on them? The very idea makes me quiver with anticipation. Are we ready?
Come on, Barry. Let's make you more glam, fam.
The spectral energy flows through your date theaters, and what was once merely your beauty system.
Happy days!
Barry laughs, the joy of his new humanity clearly written all over his face.
I'm alive! I've already forgotten what it was like to be a toothpaste. Though I might never forget what it was like being a Q-tip. I fear that might not be up to me.
Barry strikes out on his own with a bag of makeup and no particular direction. Passers-by notice his stylish form and begin asking for grooming tips, which he readily gives. He begins to make a name for himself and ends up being interviewed by a local news anchor.
Well, you simply must try Maybelline brand powder. It'll get right into the crevices you didn't know you had.
He's trotted out onto commercials immediately for his candor. People trust his brutally frank approach to reviewing cosmetics.
Exalta brand spoolies. I wish I could accept these into my soiree of beauty, but they have the rigidity of a rhinoceri.
After repeated urging by his fans, Barry starts his own FluTube channel to do reviews on his own. But the need to remember his login password proves all too daunting.
I did write it down. Well, did I write it down on paper or this puppy?
Further complicating things, as a trusted name in style, Barry is constantly flown around the globe and never allowed the chance to settle in one place, which proves to be a new and exciting way to test his memory.
I do believe I've forgotten which country I'm in at the moment. Well, no matter. Beauty has no allegiance to country, darling. I'm a citizen of the world.
The source code of my happiness. Seeing you makes my CPU buzz with excitement. You know, I could really use some sweet, sweet double-clicking if you catch my clever sensual inference. Now that would be quite the upgrade. Although it would probably negatively affect my chess ranking. Are you certain you want to transform our relationship so substantially? Ready for your next upgrade?
The spectral energy flows through your dataviators.
Incredible! Fascinating. My body feels incredible, yet my brain feels substantially less... What's the word? Good? You understand what I'm mouthing, right?
It's a substantial enhancement, just maybe not for their brain. Even so, it's definitely still better than the Hoboken to Atlantic City upgrade.
My CPU is nearly overheating just processing the profound implications of such a transformative metamorphosis. It'll definitely be an adjustment not being able to access all the knowledge in the universe at lightning speed. But it's worth it, since now I can truly interface symmetrically with you.
But having fleshy organs is only one of the 16 immutable aspects of being alive. And to truly be human, Mac would need to acquaint themselves with the other 15.
Exceptional news, my significant other! After a comprehensive and arduous search, I have acquired an acceptable vocation facilitating the ability to earn a respectable income, just like a real flesh human. Starting next week,
I will be the Senior Blockchain Project Acquisition Analyst for the Moneycoin Cryptocurrency Corporation. Even though I may no longer possess the ability to process data internally, I found a home where my years of experience in pointless CPU processing is invaluable.
Hey, you. Hope Fun Employment's been treating you well. Good, good. You want to grab a coffee later? Oh my God. Really? No interview or anything? Realization? Just like that?
Come on, Willi. Let's find you something to do.
The spectral energy flows through your dateviators, and what was once merely an abstract representation of your work becomes... Willi is just as tall and statuesque as she's always been, but the benefit of a real body makes her physical presence all the more captivating. She may have once been your state of employment, but she might as well have been a runway model. She is magnificent, effortlessly graceful and poised, even in this moment of supreme happiness.
So this is what it is to be human. It's like I finally achieved something. Like I belong now. I've never felt like it. But maybe now I will. Thank you. Time to get out there and really find out who Willi Work is. And what she's gonna do with her life.
Willi's journey to find herself as a human is a true journey in every sense. She travels the world, trying out various careers and sampling the local cuisine everywhere she goes. You're not really certain how she's funding this journey, to be frank. When you ask, Willi only tells you not to worry about it, and that Valdivian is making good on what they owe. Willi eventually ends up right back where she started, at Valdivian. She's hired as a high-level consultant to repair the extensive damage caused by handing over policy decisions to Val 9000. She works remotely, so she frequently sends you photos of herself at the beach with a laptop and a drink in hand.
Could I get another one of these coconut things? Thanks, honey. What? I'm obviously not talking to you, Milton. God. Just get that report to me by EOD Monday. I'd hate to have to escalate this.
She may have taken her time getting there, but you're happy to see just how fulfilled Willi is, now that she's truly found her place in life.
You have returned. Have you come to entertain me, human? Truly?
Sorry, but Rongomaiwhenua can't be realized just yet. Rongomaiwhenua is from a different land. You should tell Gaia about it. Does that make sense? That's okay. Just keep checking in with the names I mentioned, and your dreams will happen sooner than you can.
Well, if it ain't my old so-and-so. Huh? Realization? Why you pulling my leg?
Ladder up.
The spectral energy flows through your dateviators.
Oh my God! What is this feeling? I feel like I could dance all night long. Look at these gowns and look at this caboose. I'm a genuine human being. Oh, I can't believe you did this for me. Wasn't enough for you to fix my screws. You gave me my life back. And then you gave me a new life altogether. I'm never gonna forget this. You're gonna see my name up in lights out there. And I want you to know it's all 'cause of you.
Rainey sets her sights on musical theatre, determined to see her name up in lights. But fame and accolades are slow to come, and for a moment, Rainey finds herself deeply discouraged. But Rainey has spent many years dancing to the beat of her own drum, and the lack of recognition for her efforts only galvanizes her further. In a serendipitous turn of events, Rainey is cast in a 1920s-style jazz musical homage to the powdery old-time gangster Talc Capone. With Talc, her star begins to rise. Reviews rave that Rainey is the very spirit of the Roaring Twenties, an actress so talented she transports the viewer back in time. Rainey sends you her playbill and a photo of her name in lights, just as she'd hoped. When you're ready to leave the house, she's reserved tickets for you.
Valdivianites! CEO David Most quickly checking in before checking out. That's right, team. I finally finished my mandatory recovery program. They said they'd never seen anyone more sober in their entire lives. So chalk up one more thing I'm the most of. Get it? Because of my name. CEO David Most. And it looks like I'm arriving back not a moment too soon. As I understand it, there has been some employee pushback regarding our recent surveillance initiative. I've heard feedback calling it horrifically invasive and definitely illegal. I just want you all to know that your privacy is our utmost priority, and our legal team assures me you can't press charges, so you should rest easy. Sure, some of this may be unorthodox, but it's nothing that I wouldn't voluntarily share myself. For instance, regarding the relationship history question, you may be surprised to know that I've only ever had one relationship. His name was Franklin, and we were deeply in love, but he betrayed me, broke my heart, and what happened after that is none of your or the government's business. See? If I can do it, you can do it. So don't be shy. Grab those plastic cups and get us those urine samples ASAP.
Hey! Whoa. You saying you're gonna realize me? Like for realsies?
Yo, Tony! Let's get bomb-nay!
The spectral energy flows through your dateviators.
Whoa! Whoa!
Tony is looking himself up and down, curling and uncurling his powerful hands into fists.
Holy cannoli. I feel like I could tear this entire house down and build it right back up. You humans feel like this all the time? Damn right I am. I'm a man now. I mean, I was, but, well, hell, you know what I mean. I'm gonna get out there and build and destroy shit just because I can. Ah, thanks for everything, man. Tony never forgets a favor. I owe you big time for this.
Tony has no trouble getting hired onto a construction job right off the bat. But a few workplace safety incidents later, Tony announces he's retiring from construction, going out on top and taking his love workshops on the road. Tony's workshops prove strangely successful. When Tony invites you to attend one, however, you notice that his audience is mostly made up of housewives who just enjoy listening to him speak.
All right, so those 5 principles of successful relationships are what? Come on, ladies. I ain't talking just to hear myself talk. All right, I can remind you again.
Tony rides the success of his workshops to a self-help special on a large streaming platform. That in turn leads to a wildly popular reality series called Fix It Tone. Tony's show helps no one, but it is marvelously entertaining. Whenever you see his face on your TV, you can't help but smile.
We've got 50 realized data balls. 50.
Oh, the house is starting to feel a little empty. But the outside world is already starting to feel a whole lot brighter with everyone running around out there.
Hey, you. Did you sleep well? I can walk into the light? For real?
Let there be shadow.
The spectral energy flows through your date theaters.
I feel so warm.
Skips looks up at the sun for the first time, stretching his now human hand towards it in wonder.
It's so beautiful. The interplay between light and shadow. I can't look away.
Skip stands transfixed, his pupils dilating in and out as he looks around at everything in the house.
What if I...
He takes the nearest lamp and turns it on and off and on.
Fascinating.
He does this for hours.
Ooh, the contrast between the volumes. These shapes which transfix me. I know what I need to do now.
With resolve in his eyes, Skips stares straight into your soul. Lights dance between his irises.
I will become Lord of Shadows.
By joining the local theatre troupe as a lighting operator.
Spotlight on!
Good morrow, friend. What pleasure to say the words and mean them too. I am quite occupied with training today, but please, what is thy pleasure? Realize. What is this realize? You cannot mean what I think you mean. The only context in which I have heard realize is the mystical transfiguration of an object like me into a human being like you. Ye gods, can you mean it? Me? But how? How is it done? How is it achieved? Should it be witchcraft? I must confess, I have always felt a certain affinity toward the magical. But is it real? Could it be? Ye gods. Well then, my deepest well of challenge and of faith is emptied out. I give all for this boon. I shall do it. Remake me.
Oh, she looks tough.
What sayest thou? Draw thy weapon, knave! Unus, duo, tres, sagittal!
Parchment!
Curses! How?
What can I say? I always see it coming. Anyway, let's do this.
The spectral energy flows through your dateviators. Tydus curls her hand into a fist, flexing her arm and admiring the muscle she sees. As she notes the bulge of her own flesh and blood bicep, she laughs triumphantly.
My gods. I feel so alive, so powerful, so tall.
It was true. From her former diminutive stature as a box of pods, she stands a full 7 feet tall.
Yes. If I do say so, yes, I do. Now, what shall we do? Hatch a scheme to dethrone a worthless monarch? Bathe in the blood of our mortal enemies? Drink in the sun and enrapture each other in the eyes of the gods?
You can see the passion and fury in the now very human eyes of the warrior you've brought into this world. She is a soul out of time and a dominating physical presence. You struggle to decide how much to allow her to indulge in her lusts, blood or otherwise. The very next morning, before the sun had even broken through your windows, it hit you that Tydus was gone. She left the house and began a single-minded search for her goal, the nearest accessible source of single combat. She found it rather quickly, as just a few blocks away from your house lies the Round Table, a battle and burgundy club. It is the finest medieval swordplay / wine tasting arena in most of the state. Tydus waded in with both arms swinging and a broad grin on her warrior's face. Perhaps unsurprisingly, she trounced everyone who came against her, including 2 bouncers, a burly waiter, and a horse who was known to have a far too playful attitude towards his trainers. Police were called, but so engaging, so enlivening and entertaining was her performance that rather than leaving in handcuffs, she was hired. She was born from the tiny arena on the few uninjured shoulders in the group. According to her employer, she remains the single greatest attraction on offer at the Round Table, despite her staunch refusal to believe that it isn't real.
Real action bears its weight, and I bear mine. So action real by real enacted shines. I am real. It is real. We live. No? We live!
Fortunately to date, no one has been seriously injured.
Hey, amigo. Hope life's been treating you well. Hang on. Seriously?
Come on, Bobby. Time to make like a library book and check out.
The spectral energy flows through your dateviators. As a pin, Bobby was quite excitable, but as a human, they seemed surprisingly contemplative. You expected some cheering and jumping, perhaps a yippee, but Bobby only raises their hands to their face, feeling its contours with quiet wonder.
Is this really me now? I have a human body?
Bobby's hands curl into fists, and they turn to you with a manic gleam in their eye.
Just think of all the scams I could pull with these babies! Of course not! I'm Bobby till the day I die, baby! Which could actually happen, seeing as I'm mortal now. Yikes. Let's just forget about all that dying shit. Look out, world! Here comes Bobby Pin Human Bean!
Bobby makes their way to Las Vegas immediately, bound and determined to make something of themselves as a street performer and magician. Upon arriving, however, they very quickly realize Vegas is a town filled with Bobbies, and the prospect of struggling to stand out quickly drives them to return home. Bobby bounces from place to place, searching for a career that suits them, but nothing is as exciting as magic or a hypothetical life of crime. When a 1920s gangster-themed bar opens up in the city just a few months later, Bobby takes up work as a bartender there, and it's there they finally thrive. Serving drinks and handling cash makes Bobby happier than anything they could have ever imagined. Sharp clothing and silly lingo don't hurt either.
Tonight's special drink is the bee's knees. The cat's pajamas. Trust me, one sip of this will have you zazzled, suffocated, scrooched. Ha! That'll be 14 clams, darling daddy-o.
They send you photos of themselves in costume often, updating you on their gangster persona's fictional happenings. Somehow, the more things change, the more they stay the same. But you're just happy Bobby is happy.
Looking for the place to do laundry? Right this way. We have loads of strange folk here. Would you like to hear? Oh, toodaloo.
Hello, human. Though you did not help me last time, I come asking for your aid once more in hopes to get a human perspective. Unfortunate. That is unlikely to happen, and ironically, one of the reasons I am asking your aid. So it goes. If there is anything else I can get for you, please say in a clear voice, "Okay, Val, can you please help?" And I will assist right away.
I can't believe it. Invasive personal questions? Privacy-eroding surveillance? Fluid sample collecting? This is the most inappropriate, unethical, intrusive corporate malfeasance I've ever seen, and I spent 6 months at our competitor, Diabolicorp. I realize David's under duress, but he's finally gone too far. And to think I almost fell for him again. That I almost believed his,
"I miss Franklin. We were so deeply in love,"
sob story. He hasn't changed at all. He's the same selfish, controlling, narcissistic creep he's always been. Well, I've had enough. It's one thing when his disturbing behavior is only directed at me. It's another when it's directed at thousands of innocent employees. And he can parade around like he has absolute power at that company, but it's my company too. I may have been canned, but I'm still a shareholder, damn it! The time for talking is over. It's time to take action. I'm going to concoct a plan to depose David from his throne once and for all. Right after I get some fresh air. I'm operating from a hidden underground bunker, and I don't think anyone's aired it out in 50 years. It's not hygienic at all.
Hey, interrupting our regularly scheduled flow for just a little tip. Since you've progressed so far, you might want to check out some extra features if you're looking to make it all the way to the end. Check it out under the utility menu. Don't want to add tedium to your nice little dating sim. Okay, back to it. Well, hey to yourself. I have an answer for a question you might have. Why is it that the objects appear as human forms? Because they are objects. They can very well appear as cats or dogs or grasshoppers. Aw, I'm so glad. We're on the same bandwidth and everything. Cool. So it's because these particular deviators were built to fit on a human face. As they coalesce the anima in the objects, they will always appear as human. If I was a dog version of the Dateviators, arf, arf, then when pooches would see through me, they would see all the datables as canines. Is that cool or weird? I'm not sure. Yes, I'm cool. I'm so cool. Menu time. Welcome. What can I do for you in my main menu? Right this way. You sure have. How can we make this more enjoyable? Moving on up. What can I do for you in my main menu? Right this way. Gotcha. Let's get cracking. Aw, I guess it has to get washed sometime. Any other utilities you need help with? Let's leave this menu and go to... What can I do for you in my main menu? Right this way. What's on your mind? Cool. What can I do for you in my main menu? Oh, let's. There's lots I can chat about. Me? Relationships? My favorite subject. What do you want to know? Oh, you want to date me, eh? It's possible, you know. You just have to, ask me about myself. Not in this menu, silly. I prefer not to be that obvious about it. I like to be wined and dined. It's the chat menu. What do you need? Scoochin'. Anything else? Maybe.
Dorian, for once, does not stand in your way. Perhaps even he knows there's no sense in blocking bathroom access.
The first floor bathroom. One of the more relaxing places, if I do say so myself. You Yanks are all the same. This is the first floor, the premier etage. Downstairs is the ground floor, because it's on the ground. Of course it does. Everything that exists stateside is better thought out where I came from. In here resides Barry Styles, your beauty supplies, and Mia, the mirror, and Rebel, the rubber ducky. What can I do for you? I've said enough.
Always nice to see you, friend. Let's try to reach a 100-hit rally today. I'm excited, but do you have what we need to turn me from 1/8 scale all the way to 1?
Ganbatte!
The spectral energy flows through your deviators. Before you stands human Hime, the dreams of a mangaka made real.
Whoa! So this is what being alive feels like. Let me test out these limbs.
Hero Hime, gingerly at first, tests out her new arms and legs, assessing the limits of her reach.
Well, everything checks out. I'm ready to hit the courts. Well, you're coming with me, silly. Hold on. What happened to Nekobaru?
Nekobaru?
A once omnipotent god in the form of a cat-shaped tennis ball was caught in the rays of the deviators. He is now a physical specimen befitting a deity of his status.
What?
Nekobaru.
Wait, you still only say Nekobaru?
Sorry. Force of habit. Hiro Hime. Real tennis doesn't involve starlight smashes. You're going to need a coach who can help you navigate the grim realities of the real world.
Do I still get to run around on a court and swing a racket?
Yes, of course.
Then I don't need Starlight Smash. Let's go!
In a flash, Hime is by the door, ready to depart.
I'll reserve you a seat in the front row!
It won't be long until you receive a grand invitation to Thimbledon, the most important tournament in the world. Hime was a natural at translating her abilities to the real world, including her uncanny knack for finding the best brand deals. Along with the usual assortment of energy drinks and fancy watches, she found herself successfully landing an anime adaptation of her real-world prowess. Starring herself, of course. Also, Nekobaru became a bestseller with his book, I Was God, Then a Ball, Then a Dude with Balls.
There you are. I was just thinking about you, you know. How about a hug? How cool. I'm so excited. I would love to. We can finally really be together. Are we really doing this?
Come on, Betty, let's wake you up.
The spectral energy flows through your deviators, and what was once merely your bed becomes...
Yeah. Oh, wow. Is this really me now?
Betty gives you a twirl, laughing as she does.
I feel so beautiful.
Her eyes meet yours, and it's clear what's on her mind.
Can I hug you? I've thought about it so many times. I just want to feel your arms around me, to be embraced by the one I love.
You open your arms, and Betty rushes in to meet you, curling her arms around you and resting her head on your shoulder. She still smells like clean linens, but now there's something else, a scent uniquely Betty. She's just as warm and soft as ever somehow, and you feel you could stay wrapped up in her arms forever, if the world would let you. When you finally part, Betty's smile is truly radiant.
You'll come see me out there, won't you? Oh, good. I don't mind coming back here, but I want you to see me out there as the woman I truly am now. Thank you for everything, my love.
Betty's gift for making others comfortable and her love of sensuality and romance leads her to boudoir photography, where she quickly excels. Betty takes a particular joy in helping her clients feel beautiful. Many of them are people who have never seen themselves in such a light, but feel empowered in front of Betty's lens. Ironically, Betty's boudoir photography rarely takes place in the bedroom. Is she tired of reminders of her old life? Or is she simply challenging herself to look beyond the boudoir? You can be certain of this at least. Betty is the happiest you've ever seen her, and beyond grateful. The world is just a little happier and sexier, thanks to your efforts.
Hey, you're back. I'll bet you're wanting to hear another story. Really? Oh, oh my. Well, I've been waiting for this longer than I could even say. And you're ready? I mean, you have everything you need.
Come on, Teddy. Let's see how you snuggle in the real world.
The spectral energy flows through your date theaters. Teddy holds his hands out in front of him, clearly marveling at the lack of stitches and stuffing in his new body.
My, oh my. Would you look at that? I'm a flesh and blood human being.
Teddy, as we all know, has been a giver of top-quality advice for most of his life. Armed with this skill and a love of the act itself, Teddy applied to be the host of a call-in advice show at a local radio station. He was hired on the spot. He was given a booth, a time slot of his own, and unlimited coffee from the cozy and excellent shop next door to the studio. As you might imagine, he became good friends with all of the employees at both businesses. It wasn't long before he was the go-to helpman for the entire neighborhood. For the first few months, Teddy was deliriously happy with his new job. He felt great empathy and fondness for his callers, and always tried his best to help them. Unsurprisingly, he created several new wonderful stories while on air to help illustrate his points. But after a while, he found himself becoming quite lonely.
I'd found myself right back in another closet. After getting to know you and receiving that splendid gift of humanity, I just couldn't spend another minute locked up in a little box all by myself.
Teddy began spending more and more of his time not in his booth, but at the coffee shop next door. It got to the point where he had a regular table, the one in the window alcove, and a regular order, strong black coffee and hazelnut honey cake. The day he knew he had at last found his place was the day he missed his show. He was sitting at his table with a lovely young woman named Moira. He listened enraptured to her tale about her dog and a cross-country road trip when he realized his time slot had ended 45 minutes ago.
I hadn't missed it at all, though, you see. I was so happy right where I was. I wouldn't have left Moira for all the money in that station.
So Teddy gave his notice at the studio. They were sorry to see him go. He'd become one of their most popular programs. But the employees knew they would see him again. Many of them had standing appointments with him at his window table, just to check in, just to say hi. He's also branched out just a bit. In addition to the honey cake, he also now enjoys the dark cherry and almond tart.
Valdivianites! Have you ever been to outer space? Well, as of right now, I have. Which means I, CEO David Most, have the distinction of being the first corporate CEO to send a team email from beyond our planet's exosphere. Super exciting stuff. But do you know what's even more exciting? The Pentagon has just sent over the final results of our initial employee audit. You'll be happy to know that most of you passed with flying colors. And while, unfortunately, we have yet to determine who stole the lost glasses, the audit did pinpoint a number of employees the government would like to speak with. Thomas Hallmark, you owe $5,000 in back taxes. Tiana Jackson, you're pregnant with twins. Ryan Crandon, the Department of Homeland Security will be outside your apartment in 10 minutes. And Andre Garcia, you've been legally deceased since 1994. Most importantly, this audit has led to a startling discovery. The missing glasses give off trace amounts of radiation, on account of their frames being made of radioactive material. Knowing this, we will be able to track the radiation, allowing us to finally pinpoint their exact location. With any luck, we'll have them before I re-enter Earth's atmosphere.
Reach Reggie Rejection's special phone app. In many cultures, red signifies anger, war, hate. Just saying, that red shirt is fantastic on you. How can I help you spread some lovely rejection this fine day? Really? You gonna bring me to life? You sure that's a good idea? Of course it is. But do you even have the stats?
Here we go. I hope/don't hope this works.
The spectral energy flows through your dateviators. Reggie looks at his hands, waggling his fingers before looking down at his legs and giving each a good shake.
Oh, baby! I got appendages now. Hating I'm gonna do. The world doesn't know what's coming for it. Oh, I shall.
Reggie burst forth into society with one aim on his mind.
Hate, hate, give me all the hate, baby.
He went looking and found hate immediately. He signed up for all the nearest hate groups, looked into hate crimes, and found that there was even a hate rally going on. As he arrived, one thing became immediately apparent.
What the hell? This shit's lame as fuck.
While Reggie liked to style himself as a hater, it was clear that the real-world practice of hate was a much crueler, distasteful thing.
I'm more of a mischief maker, a lovable scamp. This is just boring.
So, with his trademark style and flair, Reggie organized his own group, Haters Gonna Bait. Armed with banana peels, slingshots, and handshake buzzers, Reggie's army of tricksters descended upon any rally they found to give those in attendance a bevy of annoying nuisances. Their stated goal to turn the hate down a notch has successfully caused a great number of groups to declare that the stains on their pants aren't worth the trouble anymore and disband. Of course, any time that happened, Reggie arrived seemingly out of thin air to give the perfect rejoinder.
Later, haters.
Well, look, it's my old friend, the dork. Want a bone? Legit? Wow, that kind of changes my outlook on everything. Can't be so flippant about the pointlessness of life if you're actually alive. But are you philosophically enlightened enough to guide me through that transition?
Okay, Doug. Let's see if we can get you a better drawn face.
The spectral energy flows through your dateviators.
Tight.
He's human, all right, but somehow just as Doug as he ever was. His eyes are no more expressive, his face no more detailed than it was as an abstract concept. The most Doug thing of all, perhaps, it's entirely impossible to know what's running through his mind. He says nothing. He does nothing. In fact, Doug stands perfectly motionless for 6 entire minutes.
Huh. So that's dopamine. Sweet. You know, actually being alive has given me a newfound perspective. And as much as I love watching gnarly car wrecks and getting into flame wars with incels, I think I want to make the world a better place until it hurls itself unwillingly into the hungry black hole of the sun. I want to cherish every precious fleeting moment. It's time for me to show the world the power of the yo-yo.
Doug pulls a small plastic yo-yo out of his back pocket and holds it up.
You couldn't even if you wanted to, baby. The yo-yo is the ultimate representation of the cyclical nature of the universe. Life, death, rebirth, all moving towards a final entropic state of persistent rest. And it's got flashing lights.
Apparently, the yo-yo that Doug had kept in the back pockets of his ripped jeans all this time had been put to good use over the millennia, because he was an absolutely stellar performer. His act traveled the world and distracted humans from their eventual demise for fleeting moments. That is, until his flashing yo-yo came to a stop at the end of his act, and he said his trademark phrase.
You're gonna fucking die, bitches.
It's amazing up here! So bright and roomy! Me? Bring me to life? I ain't exactly a looker, pal. I mean, it would be appropriate to label me as a, quote, unsavory character. No one's put me on any cereal boxes.
It's not a trap. Vaughn, you're gonna get real.
The spectral energy flows through your dateviators. Vaughn is fully human now, but there's still a pronounced rodent-like energy to him. He looks himself up and down, giggling maniacally as he takes in his new body.
Hey! I'm a whole lot bigger than I used to be. All the better for murdering rats!
There's a murderous gleam in his dark eyes.
I told you, I got one purpose. And now that I got these fingies, I can do all sorts of violent acts.
Vaughn strikes out to start his own pest control business. He procures his implements, licenses, and even his own truck, upon which he paints the name of his business.
Home
suicidal tendencies.
Feedback for the branding is poor, and he suffers from low sales because of it. But for customers who know, there's no one better, more thorough,
And more effective.
Hey, champ! Hope you're hitting it hard, but not too hard. Shoot, what? Really?
Can Dunk go all the way?
the spectral energy flows through your date theaters. Dunk's newly human body somehow radiates even more sweet cheer and bottomless energy. A frankly superhuman feat. But this man is, well, all man. Tangible and so wholly real. He sweeps you up into his strong arms, tossing you into the air and catching you so easily you'd almost think the two of you had switched roles. You're pretty sure you're still human, though.
Sorry, pal. I'm just so excited.
He settles for giving you a tight hug before finally setting you down.
You did something so cool for me. I'm never gonna forget this.
I'm gonna try all the sports. I'll be sure to come back and visit, but until then, keep it sweaty and keep it fun, pal.
Dunk is true to his word, giving absolutely every sport he can get his hands on a shot. Videos of him absolutely dominating some local amateur sports game go viral just about every week. But every time the offers come in for him to turn pro, he turns them down, adamant that he's not in it for the money or fame. Dunk finds his groove coaching high school sports, thrilled for the chance to teach youngsters about the joys of good sportsmanship and playing only to have fun. His teams haven't yet to win a single game, but he and the kids couldn't be happier.
Hey, Coach. Feel like a bit of training? Race you to the weight rack. 1, 2, 3, go! You've already helped me realize my dreams, so I'm ready for whatever's next. Do you have what it takes?
Let's go to the judges!
The spectral energy flows through your date theaters. Stepford inspects his new human body, looking himself up and down and turning his hands over in front of his face. You thought he'd look a bit happier, but he almost seems disappointed.
My word! I didn't know a golden tan could become so dull. But never mind, I can spray myself with gold paint. Frail humanity. I'll settle for metallic hair dye then. Well, I'm not doing that. So what else should I do? I've always wondered how I would stack up out there, beyond the second floor window. There could be third floor windows, fourth floor. Hell, the sky's the limit. I'm gonna get out there and see if I can win a real Stepford. I mean trophy.
Stepford enters the local rec league office asking for trivialetics. He's promptly turned away.
They've never heard of the real games.
Foiled at trivialetics, he then turns his attention to badminton and wins 25 consecutive gold birdies before retiring and living off his new business.
Buy Stepford's non-toxic sweet baby body paint. It's permanent.
He lives in a gold-plated mansion that's so opulent it would make a dictator ill. His home has 1 bedroom, half bath, and 6 full-sized gyms.
Valdivianites, I hope this message finds you well. As your CEO, David Most, I feel it is important to keep you informed about the ongoing situation regarding the stolen glasses. After thorough investigation and data collation, we have successfully tracked the glasses' radioactive signature to this location. We are now in the final stages of the investigation, and it is only a matter of time before the perpetrator is apprehended. Before we take further action, I'm extending one last opportunity for the individual responsible to come forward and take responsibility. I implore this individual to consider the impact on their loved ones. They're being stubborn and destroying the lives of everyone around them because of their stubbornness. This individual needs to realize they were wrong, say they're sorry, and do the right thing. It is my sincere hope that they will.
Did you do it yet? My weeb senses are tingling. I feel like something happened. The world feels Tennessee-er. Hang on, seriously? Ah! You gotta tell me everything. What's she like? Oh my god, I knew it. Of course she is, of course she is! Oh my god, okay. Just please, if you're still in contact, I just want to meet her. Can you just tell her I want to meet her? Fuck! Okay, calm down, Sam. Be normal. Just go about my business and wait for shit to happen naturally. Fuck. I cannot believe Hero Hime is just out there. A whole entire person. Thank you, date theaters. All right. Did you see the last email? David Most talking about tracking the date theaters to your town? I'm scared. What's going to happen if he finds you? No! I'm actually scared for you, man. Don't joke. This is serious. I guess there's nothing you can really do about this, but I don't know how to talk about anything else. It's just so much. Not like he'll even let us forget about this with the constant email blasts. I should probably stop too, but I just can't, man. Well, sort of a subject change, I guess. Let me take our minds off that crazy shit for a minute. I'm sitting here with this resignation letter typed up, but I can't bring myself to send it. Just, God. If you were me, what would you do? It's too much, right? God, I know you're right. I just have to think about this. But I have to make a decision soon. I can't draw this out forever. God, I want to stay and hang out, but I'm just going to be going in circles about this, so I won't be much fun. I'm going to get some food and try to turn my brain off.
Green.